Hey there guys, welcome to the channel. It's Nuke here. Probably from the title, but I've sort of had the ending to Red Dead 2 spoiled for me with a YouTube title. I'm trying to avoid Red Dead 2 spoilers since the game came out because I've not got it yet. I'm working at my job. I'm gonna buy it next month when I get my wages. You know, I could buy it now, or I could wait until I've got some more money. And when the game's been updated a little bit, so hopefully the frame rate runs a little smoother on PS4. But it could be worse, because I could be buying the base Xbox One version, 868p. Ha! So anyway, I woke up today, about 7, with a sneezing fit, because I've had a cold. It sucks. But I woke up at 7, had a bit of a sneezing fit for an hour. So I've got over it, went on YouTube, watched a various amount of videos and stuff, etc, etc. And I was just scrolling through the homepage of YouTube that has all like your recommended stuff and this and that, and just because I was kind of bored, there's nothing to watch from the people I subscribe to because I've watched everything. I'm not going to tell you the title because perhaps some of you out there have yet to play the game to the end and see the ending, so I'm not going to spoil it for you either. But I saw the title of the video, and it says the ending basically. It's pretty, it's clear cut. This, the title says this, this, and this, and this, which basically tells you everything happens in the end of the game. Now, I'll be honest, with the title and with the ending of the game, for what I know now, I kind of expected it. First with that it's Rockstar, and second with how Red Dead Redemption 1 is based after Red Dead 2. So, after Red Dead, if you play Red Dead 1, and then, you look at Red Dead 2, you can sort of gauge how things are going to go for various characters. I mean, this isn't a spoiler, but, John Marston, Dutch van der Linde, Bill Williamson, and Javier Scuela, those four, I can guarantee you, make it to the end of Red Dead 2 because they're in the first Red Dead. From that, you can sort of gather what happens, I'd imagine, to all the other characters in the gang. Because that's the thing, it's not really a spoiler because it's clear what happens, because none of those characters are in Red Dead 1. Granted, Red Dead 2 is a prequel, so they can't just use characters that have already been. They've got to add new characters. The trouble with that is, if the first game you did is now technically a prequel, and you've added new games, the first game you did is technically now the sequel in the canon. This game you're doing now, any new characters you add, since they're not in the first game, it's like, what's going to happen to them? I mean, all the characters that are in Red Dead 2, but not Red Dead, I don't believe they're all going to die, because that would be a bit cheap and easy to guess. I'd imagine some of them will ride off into the sunset and do other shit and maybe get arrested, but imagine like the Native American guy that you've seen in the trailers and you might have seen in the game. As far as I'm aware, that guy isn't in Red Dead 1. So as you can imagine, he probably dies. So does that blonde woman, I'd imagine. I don't know, but I'm just guessing because they're not in the first game. So I was thinking about it really. And it's a bit annoying that I've had the ending spoiled for me. With very specific details. But a few things. First, I kind of expected it to end the way it does. Like the spoiler title that I saw is pretty much how I imagined the game would end. And I only sort of guessed that because I've played the first game. So everything from that makes me think I'm guessing Red Dead 2 will end this way, and it pretty much does. The second thing is my little philosophy. It's that it's not just about the end of the journey, the ending of the game, and how it ends, and all the spoilers. It's about the journey itself to the end. How do these characters get to the position they're in at the end of the game? And it's a 60-hour story, so theoretically it's quite a big story in that regard. Compared to the however long the ending is of the game, how the epilogue happens and what, I don't even know. But compared to all that, 60 hours is quite a big amount. It's like when you go on holiday. Yes, you want to get to your hotel instantly. You want to just teleport straight there. Lying on the beach, lying on your sunbed with a drink in your hand. All the hassle of security checks and bag searches and, long plane rides. Skip all that. But you've got to enjoy it. Because that's part of the journey. It doesn't feel like a holiday until you've waited in line for 20 minutes at the airport. Until you've sat on a plane for 15 minutes waiting for it to take off. And until you've sat on a plane for 4 hours until you land, etc. So, it's nice in a way knowing how the game ends, knowing for certain how it ends. Because now I can just be like, okay, I know how the game ends. Now the question is, how do the characters get to that point? Which is interesting in its own right and should be a fun experience. Granted, I would have rather not known the ending to the game exactly. But here we are, and that's the thing. I was thinking to myself earlier, I'm not going to get the game for a month. So there's no way I was going to spend an entire month not on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc, etc, because it just wouldn't happen. You can't do that for an entire month just to try and avoid accidental spoilers. So, well, I suppose, in a sense, I've done really well at avoiding spoilers. I've seen videos of, I've clicked partly on videos saying Armadillo, Red Dead 1 compared to Red Dead 2. And I've not watched it, because I want to see what Armadillo looks like in Red Dead 2 compared to the first one. Same with Blackwater, same with McFarlane's Ranch, same with all those original locations from Red Dead 1, but on Red Dead 2. I want to see them for myself. I don't want to see them in a YouTube video and then in-game, because it'll sort of detract from the overall experience. So they're sort of purposeful things that I could easily avoid. However, accidentally stumbling across the title of a video on YouTube, it's kind of unavoidable. I don't know who uploaded that video, but to the guy that did, could you have not titled it something different like The Ending of Red Dead 2 or Red Dead 2 Ending? Because people like me scrolling through YouTube, they've watched some Red Dead stuff on Red Dead 2 stuff on YouTube. Nothing spoiler filled, but just still content of Red Dead 2. So naturally, we're going to be recommended Red Dead 2 stuff to watch. And as it turns out, the ending to Red Dead 2 is part of Red Dead 2. So if you recommended that video, there's nothing you can do to prevent it really, because you don't know it's coming. And you don't even have to click on the video to see the spoiler. It's in the title, which is annoying. But now here I am. I know how the game ends. It ends how I sort of expected it to end. Bit annoyed. Not too disappointed, because it's going to be a great game anyway. And now I can just enjoy the experience of how do the characters get to the end. And just enjoy the journey along the way. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to get the game till probably late November, early December. Just because I want to, get it with my next month's wages and that, but it's part of the parcel, I suppose, of just not playing one of the biggest games of the generation when it comes out, waiting for a month and still going on social media. You're bound to accidentally stumble across a spoiler or two. Oh well. Time to just enjoy the journey, I guess, for when I get it eventually. Wowza, I just got a pop-up thing, notification. Anyway, guys, it's been a bit of a rant. Sorry about ranting for this long. It's about Red Dead 2. I didn't actually intend for it to be a 10-minute video, but here we are, 9 minutes 43. Yeah. I just started talking about Red Dead 2 and spoilers and Red Dead 1 and just the journey of game and etc, etc, etc. And we just end up here, which I am. Well guys, if you've played Red Dead 2, I hope you're enjoying it. I ain't going to spoil it for you. And when I do get it, I will know the ending, but I will not know the journey. So, I will still enjoy the journey to the ending, and still enjoy the ending itself. Thanks for watching guys. Have fun.